Welcome everyone to our Modern Technology webinar. We're really excited to have you all join today. We have a really exciting event planned, and I think it's going to be really relevant to everybody here. My name is Caleb Brunel. I'm the Director of Products at Wine Shipping, and I'm really happy to be joined by Andrew Kamphuis, the President and Founder of Commerce7. Thanks for coming, Andrew.
Thank you, Caleb.
Great. Just a little bit of logistics here. We will be recording the webinar, so you don't have to. You can enter your questions in the question panel over there, and we will either answer them live at the end or we'll get back to you directly as time permits. Just a little bit about Wine Shipping. We're here to protect and grow your brand. We're commonly known for being the leader in DTC winery logistics, but there's also a lot more we can do to help you grow. We have a wholesale fulfillment and storage business that you may not be aware of. We also can do your DTT offerings, and we do a lot more than just put bottles in a box. We can help you with much more than that. So please reach out, collaborate with us and help us grow your brands. Wine Shipping's promise to the future takes the form of these stands: unity, simplicity, and fun. We're very focused on simplicity today. I know a lot of wineries in the industry have ended up letting technology manage them. They've ended up stuck in positions dealing with systems that don't really work, causing a lot of really persistent frustration and are really preventing you from doing, what you want to do and really focusing on why you started your wineries in the first place. And I'm here with Andrew today to show you how we can make that better. We can simplify it, and we can make sure that you're in control of your solutions and that you're able to focus on what's most important to your business. Just a quick agenda. My part's real fast. Why use modern technology? We'll cover it really quick. And then Andrew's going to carry the majority of the load here with a demo. I got a preview of it last week. It's really exciting. We're going to see just all the amazing things that Commerce7 has built to really power your business. So this is kind of actually the analytic that led to the generation of this webinar. We were looking at our customer base and trying to understand, with the headwinds in the industry, who's been able to manage it, who's been successful, and why. And what we learned, sort of the metrics that you'll see on the left, is that our clients that adopted a series of best practices using premium tracking, branded notifications, using our temperature control and zone skipping services, shipping during the summer. This is an important one. We know it's difficult, but we've made big enhancements at Wine Shipping to make it easier. And if you ship in the summer, you're going to ship more in the fall. People are going to need more wine. Also, how you message shipping costs as part of your e-commerce experience. And what we found is that our clients that have adopted these and modern solutions like Commerce7 have actually been growing. So despite the headwinds in the industry, we do believe that if you continue to innovate, if you embrace simpler and better technological solutions like these, that you can actually continue to grow your brand despite the industry headwinds. So that's what brings us here today. Andrew's going to take us through what I found, as someone who hadn't necessarily seen it all before, just a really impressive demonstration of what they've created.
Thank you, Caleb. Really appreciate that. It was actually Wine Shipping that led me to go down and visit RedChirp and dive into some of those stats and look at our customers and really realize that people who are using our modern technology are actually selling more when you see the DTC down. I'm Andrew Kamphuis. I'm the president of Commerce7, and we're going to do a quick demo of Commerce7. All right. So if you're not familiar with what we do e-commerce, point of sale, wine club, CRM, and reservations all in one system. And we really focus on the customer. So I'm going to get into software here shortly, with just a couple quick slides. But so we have one customer record, and this customer record surfaced in our e-commerce, it's surfaced in our POS, in our club, in our reservations, and that's pretty cool. Today, over 1,900 wineries use Commerce7. If you're not familiar, we just bought Wine Direct in January, so there's another 1,300 wineries there, so about 3,000 people. Caleb, I learned this morning, but we have 448 wineries already in the transition process that have gone live. We have some giant people gone live on our new platform coming from Wine Direct. And today we have about 500 customers in common with Wine Shipping. They're our largest shipping provider. I've looked that up too, so appreciate that. So why Commerce7? Our mission at Commerce7, similar to wine shipping, it's to empower wineries to create these better shopping experiences. So wine shipping really focuses on a great delivery experience. We focus on this great shopping experience. And when we provide these great experiences, people stay with your brand longer, they buy more from you, and we know how this all works. So these exceptional customer experiences are what we are really, really focused on. So what does that look like? And today I'm going to take you through some of our software. So number one, so we have a really modern club experience. I'm going to show you here, this is a demo winery website. So this is not a real winery, it's just fake. When I come to one of our wineries that are using our website, kind of like Amazon, I'm logged in, it remembers me from visit to visit. So it says, hello, Andrew, it remembers my shopping cart, everything. I'm just going to go into my dashboard here for a moment. As I go into my dashboard, I could look up, I have a club shipment coming up. I have until March 30th to customize my club shipment. I could see some products inside it. Let's go ahead and click on this a little bit. And as a customer here, I see everything about my membership. I see my club shipment coming up. I could ship it now. I could edit wines. I could see the wines that are coming in the package. I could skip my shipment. I could have my shipping address, my payment information, my status, and cancel my membership. Wineries get to control all of this inside our system, but these are just some of the options that you have. If we go click edit wines, I could come look at my wines that I have today, and I could say, you know what, I really don't like rosé wine, so I'm going to remove that from my package. And I could come down here and I could say, hey, I'd like to have a little bit more of the Cab Sav, and I could add that to my package. And it's really easy for your customers to interact with their club shipment. They could do this from a web page like here. They could do this from a mobile phone. If you're using something like Redshirt, you could do it from a text message. You could do this from an email that Commerce7 sends out, or that Klaviyo or MailChimp sends out. And so it's really easy to interact with your shipment. Why this is important to you? For a few different reasons. First, when given the opportunity, 30% of your club members will engage with their package. Customers largely add more wine than they take out, so that you get an increase in your sales of just over 20%. Right? So if you have a club that's worth 100 grand to you, it's now worth 120 grand to you. And on top of that, these members, they stay 1 year longer. Right? So people who interact with their club shipment have a bigger brand affinity, and they stay in your club longer. And we think that's all pretty cool inside our system.
Wow. I have to say, Andrew, I've worked on some projects, not on Commerce7, with bespoke software where people have sunk tens of thousands of dollars into trying to create this kind of experience. It's really sharp. Well done.
Hey, thank you. How does this affect shipping when we go customize this club? Let's go into, this is our admin panel. So you as a winery, this is where you log in to manage stuff. We could go look at the club for a moment, and we'll go into the skip and release. And you as the winery will look at the Silver Club release. You as the winery, you get to control everything around this. You get to control the process date. You get to control whether people could choose the selection. You get to control minimum bottles. You get to control whether they're allowed to process early, whether they skip online. You control all the emails that go out. For the products, you could have mins, maxes, those types of things inside our system. We could go in the shipment area here. You could see all the people inside your shipment. We could find a person that's getting the shipment. We could look at Mike here. We could look at everything around Mike. We could see where it's being picked up. He's got an issue with it. We could see his payment. We could see the items here. It's really easy if Mike wants to customize. If he calls us and he wants another bottle of that rosé, it's really simple for us to add a second bottle of that rosé on here. We could go into our library wines here. We could search up a library wine and we could add this to the shipment. So we have some tremendous options inside the club customizations for you. It's really, really easy for you to, you come into our shipment area. It's really easy for you to manage your club members, manage your shipments, see issues that are happening, understand why things are going on. You can look at inventory cross. If you have multiple releases going on at the same time, you could see your inventory. You could see what's going on at fulfillment. And you could see how all of this interacts. We've tried not only to focus on the customer experience, but we also put a lot into what wineries do as they process their club. We're processing thousands of club memberships. We got more than 2 million club members inside our system between all of our brands that we have running on our system. And we're able to do a lot of this stuff really, really efficiently for you. We're able to swap products. We're able to look at inventory. We're able to do a lot of your back office operations for you. So the number one reason why people use Commerce7 today is our modern club. Number two is our modern e-commerce, right? We have these personalization blocks, some upfront live pricing, some product merchandising, dynamic carrots, persistent cart, those types of things. Let's go into our website again. We're just going to discard these changes and we'll go look at our website and we're going to actually go shop for some wine. Again, I'm logged in, it remembers me from visit to visit. I go click shop. As a club member, when I come to this page, it'll show me my club member pricing right up front. I could add a bottle of this rosé to my cart. I already have a bottle going in there. I could add another one. So now I have 3 bottles. I could see this live cart carrot going up here with this teaser to get more free shipping. So I got cart carrots as I go through here. As I go to proceed to checkout, this is pretty cool. It knows everything about me. It's remembered me from visit to visit. It knows everything about me. It shows my shipping address here, my payment information here, and I could simply one-click place an order. Over 50% of our customers one-click checkout on our system today. We make it so easy and streamlined for your customers to add more wine, checkout and stuff. And we'll get into how we do this with our POS in a little bit, but this is really, really powerful. I want to do a couple things on here that are really cool to Commerce7. I want to go back to this shop page. In the back end, I want to create a promotion. All right, so let's go into our marketing area. Let's create a promotion. And let's do some for fun. We're going to have a today only promotion. And I'm going to say we're going to have this end tomorrow. It's available just to specific club members inside our system. So we'll have this available just if you're in my gold club or if you're in my silver club. Available all channels. We'd never do this, but just for sake of exaggeration, we're going to put 50% off so you can see on this. We could apply it to specific collections or departments, but we're going to do it to the whole store. We could exclude products. We could put an action message, so we'll put today only on here for an action message. Have no requirements. We could require subtotal quantity, those types of things. We could get into max limit usages around these, but we'll just save this promotion off. I want to come back to the website now, and I want to just refresh this page. And as I refresh this page, this coupon is going to auto apply. We see the today only, and we see the 50% off here right up front. Let's talk about this for a moment. You give your employees 50% off. You give an industry discount of 30% off. You give your club members 15% off. You decide that club members who have been with you 2 years or more, you're going to give them 20% off. All of those people will see their benefits live up front. And when we can serve benefits to people live up front, this is really, really powerful. The more times we can remind a club member why they're a club member, this is important. Not only do I see this here, I see this when I go sign up for a club. I see this in the emails that come out to me. I see this everywhere we go. And this is something that's very unique to the Commerce7 platform. I've never seen this on another platform out there where we could do live upfront pricing like this. Dynamic pricing. I'm going to do one last thing on the e-commerce here. So I just want to log out. So I just want to break my cookies. I want to log out of this system and show you what this looks like as a public person. Let's go back to the shop. I no longer have anything in my cart. It doesn't know who I am. I now see full price on this product. I'm going to add this cart. I'm going to add this here. And now I'm going to proceed to checkout. And I want to show you how easy this is. Today, we have Google Pay, Apple Pay embedded, and I actually really like this. I like this more than I like Shop Pay at Shopify. But if I go hit Google Pay here, and I come on here, Google knows everything about me. Google knows my age, it knows my email address, it knows my credit card, it knows my address, it understands my shipping preferences, and I just hit continue. As a non-logged in customer, one click, Google's going to take its time here. I'm actually in Brazil today, Caleb, but it's going to process this order. And there it is. We one-click checked out.
Wow.
Without entering anything into our checkout. We have this order go through our system. And that's pretty cool.
I heard this described, sorry, Andrew. I heard this described really well, actually, by what was a prospect and is now a customer of yours. I'll keep them anonymous. But she told me what was most important to her in the evaluation was that she'd know her customers could buy the wine before their spouse could stop them. And I think you've done a good job of that there.
13% of e-commerce orders are done this way today. Club sign up, we didn't really talk about this when we were going through the club, but we make it so easy for people to join a club. You could join a subscription club, traditional club inside our system. Let's actually just go look at this for fun. It's really cool. We're going to go hit a subscription club sign up, and we put the, let's just go join this Spectra club for fun. And we make this so simple for you as a club member to join as a club. 7% of all club signups today are coming from Google Pay, Apple Pay. I remember a time when all club signups came inside the tasting room. Today we got 25% of club members signing up online, and we got 7% of all club members signing up with Google Pay or Apple Pay. It's so simple on your phone today, and that's what people are doing. This is a subscription club. I'm just going to pick some products that I want to have for my subscription club as I go through here for fun. And we get 4 products inside my system. I want them every 3 months. I continue, and we could do the same thing on here. We could sign up as a club member here. This will load with Google Pay, Apple Pay, and it's one click to sign up on that, and instead of entering all your details. And that's super powerful. So modern e-commerce. Commerce7 today, we have a modern CRM. I love our CRM system inside our system. Let's go back into the back end. Let's go pull up a customer. Let's pull up Andrew Kamphuis. It's my favorite customer too, Caleb. When I look at Andrew, he's been a club member for 4 years, 108 orders. That's do a lot of demos. Lifetime value, 24,000. I could see loyalty points. I could scroll down the page and see recent orders and addresses and products he's buying. Of course, I could go into every order he's had with us. I could go look at his profile and look at his credit cards and gift memberships and allocations. I could go look at his club memberships. This is actually gonna, so I could see that club membership. I could see what's coming on and stuff with him there. I could look at every reservation he's made with us, notes and tasks. I can see every email we've ever sent to him and stuff. And we're sending out some great emails on those clubs and everything. It's pretty cool. I could see all of this inside the backend system. We could tag people, we could put notes, we could put flags, all sorts of things. But some of my favorite features inside the system, I want to show you 3 really cool features. One is, let's say we're a winery, and as a winery, we want to remember our customers' dogs' names. Actually, one time I had the sales rep, Todd West, he'd always remember your dog's name. And he's like, that's how I learned something about you. But let's go into the developer area and let's go into custom fields. And we can add custom fields to all sorts of different objects, but let's go add a custom field to a customer here. And today we want to know your dog's name. And we're going to make this a string and we'll just save it. It's not required. Not everybody has to have a dog to come to our winery. Let's add a second field on here just for fun, and we'll put a how'd you hear about us. And we'll make this a select box, and we'll decide that we have some options here. And so we'll have Instagram, we'll have referral, and we'll add a few other things like Google on here. We'll spell Google right. And we'll make this as come up second. We won't require this one either. When I go back to my customer on here and I look up Andrew, I could go edit the customer and I could say, hey, Andrew, his dog's name is Max, and he heard about us from Instagram. And it's really easy. So those fields instantly exist there. They exist on our screen here. They exist every time we export our customer. They exist in our API. So if you're using our API to integrate with something, these fields exist on our API instantly. And that's really cool. So you can extend our customer record in all sorts of different ways. You're able to tag people, and we can run coupons and emails against tags. But let's go into our system here. Another thing that I really like is under tags, we could tag customers and orders and club memberships. But let's go add a tag. And under our customer, I'd like to have a tag called best customers. And rather than having manual tagging, I could have this dynamic. And I could decide that every time someone has a lifetime value greater than $1,000, or I could pick all sorts of different attributes, including their dog's name or how they heard about us, as a tag inside their system. And as soon as someone spends $1,000 with us, they'll instantly be in this tag, and it's pretty cool. And so now if I go back into my CRM and I want to find all of my best customers, right here, this is everybody who's spent $1,000 or more with us. And just like that, we've tagged everybody inside the system. I could email them, I could contact them, I could do all sorts of different things.
I think this is really exciting for the future and what our shared customers will be able to do. We can translate this information all the way to wine shipping, and this could include special gifts, a gift for the dog, or a gift for your best customers that we could actually include as part of that unboxing experience. I think there's a lot of work to do here, and it'd be very exciting to our partners.
Could you imagine including a dog biscuit with everybody who has a dog inside your system? That'd be kind of fun. I don't know if any wineries focusing on that, but yeah.
Not yet.
Let's go into the last thing I want to show you inside our CRM is our query builder. Inside our system, we're able to build queries around orders, club memberships, all sorts of different things. Let's just add a query in here. There's some amazing things you could do in our queries here. So we'll just go again, best customers. And this time I want your email status to be on, or a lifetime value is greater than 1,000, and a lifetime value is greater than 1,000, or maybe we could find people with the current year value greater than 500. And we could save those conditions inside our system, and for fun, we'll run that query and we'll find that we got about 4 customers that fit that. We could add to this, we could say, hey, order, and we want them to have purchased a specific SKU, or they have a single order total, or they have a channel, or they have a delivery method, or something like that. In this case, I'm going to say I want your order date is greater than January, so we'll scroll down, put that on January. And maybe that you have a single order total greater than, I don't know what I have in my database, we'll save that. So these are people that have created an order since January, greater than 1,000, that have these conditions. And I could continue to add conditions on this. So I'll say I also want a reservation. And so I want people who came and visit our winery this year, so I could hit January 1 again on this. And as I go run this, so now I have this query in here, and I could run this query, and I could find these people. I could actually go on here and I could decide to tag these people, have that tag go over to wine shipping again if we want, or however we do. You could do so many cool things inside here. Everybody who's bought your cab last year that hasn't bought the cab this year, right? Everybody who's bought last release didn't buy this release. Every club member that visited you last year that hasn't visited you this year. And you can do all sorts of different things for you to market. And these lists, they're available instantly. They're available if you're using Klaviyo or MailChimp in them instantly. And you could transmit these tags all sorts of different places. Modern point of sale. So at Commerce7, our point of sale system, it works on an iPhone, works on an Android phone, it works on an iPad or an Android tablet, also works in a browser. Let's go in our system and just take a look at our point of sale really quick. Don't worry, Caleb, I'm watching the clock a little bit, so we're at 20 minutes. Really easy to use our point of sale system. Just click on a couple items, we'll start an order and get people in here. But here's where it gets really, really fun. I'll actually have some orders here from yesterday. Let me clear these out of here just for fun. I'll just discard this one and I'll discard this one as well. Really easy to have multiple orders going at the same time inside your point of sale. You'll often deal with multiple people at the same time. Let's call up a customer. So first we could get customers from reservations. Today, 1,200 of the 1,900 wineries using us use us for reservations. We also have 300 wineries that use Talk for reservations, but we could call up people from Commerce7 reservations in here. We could also look up a customer here easy enough. And so I could pull up Andrew. And as I pull him up into my point of sale, I could see his last order and lifetime value and his loyalty tier. I could also see that his dog's name is Max and he heard about us from Instagram. I also see that he's got a club shipment coming up and I could surface this really easy. And as I start adding items to here, I can see that he's getting his club discount, that 50% off that we created, that crazy coupon. It's being applied in real time in here as we're doing stuff. So really, really cool things inside here. Let's call up a couple other customers. I think I have a customer named Linus in here. Yeah, I'll call up this customer. And when I call up this customer, I could actually see, hey, this guy's got a credit card decline on his club shipment. I could just one click and touch this and go fix that. I could add some items to his cart, and when he checks out, I could grab it with my EMV device. There's all sorts of different things that we could do inside here. Not only are we selling wine inside our point of sale system, we're doing food, right? So I could come in here and I could decide that Linus would like a burger, and so we could have a burger, and we could, he just wants fries with that, and we'll add some bacon, we'll add some cheese, and we'll say no to the tomato, and we'll make this gluten-free, and we'll add this item here, and we'll get all of this on here. I can then take these items here, and I can decide that I want to send these items to the kitchen. And I could come here, this thing's probably going, and I can decide I want to send all 3 items to the kitchen. Didn't have my printer pre-configured on my device, but I could send this to a printer, and there it is. They light up green, they've all gone to the kitchen. Now I could add some coffee if he wants, and we'll take a medium coffee with just regular milk in it, and we'll add that. And this one will show up blue here because it's not at the kitchen. We're doing tables. First, you should use a reservation system. It automatically puts them on tables, but if you're not, you could just assign this person to a table and make this person on a table. So Linus, he's spending a lot of money with us. We started talking to him about the club. We want him to join the club. We just hit this club button, and we decide that he's going to join our silver club. And it's going to work. We could decide to mark this current order as his first shipment if we want. This will automatically put him in that package. It'll mark that package as processed inside our release that we have going on there. And so really cool things that we could do inside here. As we go pay for this, we're going to pay for all of these different items. We could actually make a flag so that we know this one's not at the kitchen when you went to go pay or something like that. If we hit our EMV device, this is going to do some really cool things for us. All right, so as soon as we process this, it's going to automatically put that credit card that he's tapped onto that club membership, make that happen. We're going to store that credit card on Linus's file so that when you email him later on, thank him for the visit, he could one-click checkout from the website because we have his credit card captured there. And we make all of that super, super easy. So the credit card's coming from the EMV device onto Linus's profile along with his club membership and everything else. I don't have an EMV device here with me in Brazil, but we're just going to mimic this with a card on file. We're going to charge this card on file here. We're going to tip 15%. You could control the tipping amounts inside our system. Oh, and it failed. Let's manually enter a card. That's kind of fun. That's because I'm connected to a live Stripe gateway, I think. Let's do this. This should work for us. Get a failed payment inside the point of sale. That happens. This one worked. Perfect. We completed the order. We created a club membership inside our system. We emailed a receipt to them. Here's the club membership where we could go edit it and put that credit card on file. That would come from the EMV device as well. That works with Apple Pay, by the way, Google Pay, if you just want to tap your Apple Pay to the EMV device. It's pretty cool. And we could do all sorts of different things from it. Embedded reservations. So Commerce7 is, I believe, the only e-commerce platform in the wine space that has reservations included in it. And there's some pretty cool things you can do with reservations. Let's go into our system really quick. It takes a little bit, but we do setup with, so we do table seating, we do communal seating inside our system. We allow you to have all sorts of different experiences. Person calls you up, you could look at availability. We could hit the 29th and see what's available inside our system. We have a property map. Let's go back to today. Let's put some people on our property map. Let's put somebody at table 2, Linus is off it looks like. Let's add someone to it. We'll come in here. We could search up a customer if they're calling us. We could decide the experience that we want to serve up there. We have this one for an hour and a half, or maybe we'll take this private tasting for an hour. We'll decide that they're going to come in at this time. We're going to decide they have 2 guests with them. You could add notes and tasks and set a host and those types of things. We'll come on here. It'll know my payment information on here. So I get my 50% off. That coupon that I created earlier today is still applying. We made it apply to everything. Here is my credit card on file. We'll just save this reservation out. And from here, I could, we'll wait for this. We'll process that credit card. I can see that Andrew's on this table here. I could come here. I could check him in if I want to. So I could check him in. Once he's checked in on that table, he lights up blue. He has a counter coming down, and I could also just start a POS order right from here. So as I'm looking at people, as I'm checking them in on the day, as I'm putting on different tables, this translates instantly over to our point of sale. And there's some really, really cool things that you could do with that. Reporting. Let's go into reporting really quickly inside our system. Got like 5 minutes left, Caleb. We'll rip through the last ones. Reporting.
We won't hold you to that.
Super cool reporting inside the system. We got dashboards. You can filter different ways. Of course, the query builder. Do some incredible things, like show me everybody in Minnesota that bought my cab last year that didn't buy it this year, run a report and get the export right out in real time inside our system. All sorts of different reports here. Here we have a nice closing report that shows you an overview, sales by channel, tender detail, department, POS, associates, tip outs, sales by SKU, club signups, cancellations, those types of different things. Going back into my order reports, we could do summary reports so I could see a daily total, monthly total, split by channel on this, all sorts of different ways to filter everything inside the system. So lots of different filters that you could have. Got some great finance reports, customer reports, inventory reports inside our system. We could look at an inventory position report. So you want to know everything that you had in inventory December 31. We could just filter that however we want. We could filter that down to, we're syncing inventory now with wine shipping, right? So we could sync inventory and filter that out inside our system here. I know there's great inventory reporting and stuff inside your system, but really cool ways of looking at things. I could look at my cost of goods and stuff all on that at once. If you're a small winery, really smart campaigns built into our system. So a lot of people, we have 500 people of our customers are using MailChimp today, about 200 customers using Klaviyo, but we're also sending out millions and millions of emails ourselves. And so inside our campaign tools, let's just go create a campaign. We'll create one for a product launch. You could create it, you could send it to one of those tags that we just said, like our best customer tag. I could click on a product inside here. I could select a product here, really fun. We'll just left align this. Kind of like MailChimp, I can mouse over these areas inside here. I could click on here. I could add all sorts of different blocks to my email, but we'll add another product block on here. This time we'll put a cab in here. And we'll align this one to the left. No, we'll align this one to the right, so we get a little nice sequence there. We could decide that we want to alternate the colors, so we have a nice, and we got a theme builder around all of this, so you could control the fonts and images and all sorts of different things inside here. You could add a coupon. Remember this price here? You send one email, your employees are getting 50% off, they'll see that. Your club members are getting 15% off, they'll see that. Your industry discounts 30% off, they'll see that. Your customer who's never bought from you will see the $55. And all of that works inside our email. And there's some really cool things that you could do with email inside our system around that. App Store. Got some incredible apps inside our system here. Over 100 public apps, 200 private apps. There's a wine shipping app inside here. Able to click on this, wine shipping, you could read all about it. You could understand what's going on here. You could understand the information that's being transmitted to wine shipping here and back. Really easy and simple to set this up. You just go install the app and you just hit continue as you go through here, and it'll walk you through an install process. So great ways to do things with our apps. We have apps for MailChimp, Klaviyo, for QuickBooks, obviously for wine shipping, and all sorts of other things inside our system, and that's pretty cool. If you're a large winery, bring your own content management system. Commerce7 plugs in seamlessly to WordPress, to Craft, to Expression Engine. Let's go look at a couple websites just really quick for fun. Let's go Carhartt Winery. Let's see if I can spell that. Go to Opus One today. It's really hard to tell where Opus One websites, where WordPress stops and Commerce7 starts, but I'll tell you here in a moment when we go look at a product page. The word current releases, this is coming from WordPress. This cart, this is coming from Commerce7. This product image, this is coming from Commerce7. Along with this over here is coming from Commerce7, along with all of this. This menu, everything else is coming from WordPress. It's pretty cool. It's Carhartt Wines. It remembers me from Visit to Visit. I'm logged in here. Let's go back to the home page for a second. This menu, this image is coming from WordPress. As we scroll down the page here, these wines, this discount, this dynamic price, all of this is coming from Commerce7. So seamless integration really nicely between a content management system. You can do so many cool things. keep it on brand and everything for you. Number 10, 100% API based. Everything going in and out of Commerce7's API based. 98 million API calls 2 weeks ago. I didn't look at what it was last week, with 103 millisecond seep time. There's over 1,000 developers in our Slack channel. We've enabled people, Wine Shipping's built a great app and they're using our APIs to do this, and other people could do that too. So it's really easy to get your data into your ERP system or other systems because our APIs are so powerful and stuff. Caleb, that's everything. You let me do the demo here, but it's one platform. So yeah.
Well, what really strikes me when I see it, Andrew, and maybe me being a little bit more biased to the fulfillment side, is just the abundance of it, and you really earning that title of commerce system. Not a lot of our partners do this much stuff.
Well, we really appreciate that. I think when I look at your company, when I look at our company, we're really trying to assist our winery. I know you're doing more than DTC, but you really started off as DTC, and for us, we're 100% DTC, and we're really trying to help our wineries create these experiences for their customers. We know all around the world the bar is getting elevated, so the tracking and the delivery experience that you're providing, the commerce experience that we're providing, we are trying to do some of this together. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, just really briefly on the two of us together, we've been working very hard on a new integration between Commerce7 and Wine Shipping that's available today. Very focused on the table stakes here, getting it right every time, orders, inventory, tracking. As we've been talking here, I think the future will be about taking a lot of that customer information that Commerce7 is focused on developing and building out, and incorporating that all the way into the unpacking experience, the delivery experience, all the notifications we send on behalf of your brand, to really create a higher level of consumer experience than we've traditionally been able to offer. Additionally, what we found at this point, analytically, right, is that adopting these types of innovations are delivering growth to the wineries that do it. We really want to, encourage others to follow the same path and really help support the industry. I do have just a couple questions, and I think we'll probably have some from the crowd. But what inspired you to create Commerce7, Andrew? You've been in the wine industry a long time. What made you do this?
I really had a lot of fun when I was working at Wine Direct and building the system. Everything was way different in 2008. We couldn't build all the APIs we have now and stuff like that. And, when I sold Vin65 to Wine Direct, that was later named Wine Direct, I thought I wanted to retire, right? And Caleb, the first month was amazing. I went down to Costa Rica. Month one was great. Month two is okay. Month three, you're bored. And it's actually, I really get a lot of enjoyment from building some of these things. Like, I know we had, you and I met last Friday. Our teams were brainstorming together. I wish we could tell people what we're brainstorming about, but, we'll leave that aside. But I really enjoyed that meeting because we sat in the room and we're trying to decide how to push some innovation forward. And that is a lot more. The beach in Costa Rica was amazing the first month, but after month three, I prefer the innovation conversations that we are having. So yeah.
Well, we're really happy to have you back. What do you think Commerce7 does better than any other solution?
People sign up with us for our club, whether it's a subscription club, traditional club, whether you're moving people over there. We are seeing massive things that we could do with that club. Having that club membership record right inside your CRM, we're able to do some incredible things around the club. So saw a lot of club growth. I know the reports out there on wine business and stuff are that DTC is down, club is down. I know you're not seeing that, we're not seeing that, and our Innovative Club is the #1 thing that we love doing there.
All right, exciting. When wineries are evaluating other commerce systems, what capabilities do you think are most overlooked? What do you not see emphasized in RFPs or early on in the process that you really think should be?
So oftentimes when we see RFPs, they're really focused around internal processes. And sometimes you're really focused around those 1 or 2% scenarios, you know, the ones that drive you nuts that happen. You know, you're selling products and a customer, you have 2 tasting rooms and the customer is supposed to pick it up at tasting room A and they come to tasting room B, right? By the way, our system will handle that. But they really focus the focus should really be on the customer experience. Like, how can we drive the customer experience? How can we empower our frontline staff to have better conversations? How can we get a better message to our customers? How can we create this experience better? Because that's what drives revenue and growth for you. And then you could, you know, as long as you have APIs and different things, you could fix all those backend things. So I believe, I actually have some really personal beliefs, Caleb. I'm not sure that they're company beliefs, but one belief that I have is the customer is more important than the transaction. Number 2 is I believe the second order is more important than the first order. So how are we getting people to repeat buy from us? How are we treating our customers? And that's something like with our CRM, I really feel like the future is around, I know I showed you some of what we're building in the future, but really the future is around, you know, the customer insights and different things that we could do that. I think that's more important than the transaction these days.
All right, well, yeah, you jumped ahead to my my last question there. Just as far as the future, those customer insights, that you think that's the primary driver going forward?
Yeah, like for a long time, Commerce7's had machine learning. We had this personalized, we didn't really get into it today, but we have this personalized products. We have a subscription club that allows personalization inside it. We have personalization engine on the front end, and a lot of that's cool. But we have so much customer data today. We know every product you've ever clicked on. We know every email that you've ever sent to you. We know what you've looked at. We know everything about you. We know when you repeat buy a product. All those things are giving us signal. And you know I showed you some of the new customer insights that are coming out. I'm hoping those roll out this week. It might be 2 weeks from now, depends. But I think the customer is the future for us, and focusing around how that customer record and giving the right insight to the winery at the right time, enabling them to do more with their customer up front is really, really powerful.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm really looking forward to innovating with Commerce7 on incorporating that data throughout, you know, both of our platforms to the extent that we can really deliver, you know, these personalized special experiences to customers, because I know, you know, so much of the industry is built on those special experiences. All right, I'm out of questions, but I think our mysterious host may have some that I can't see.
Hey there, Caleb and Andrew. It's Emily here fielding the questions from our audience. You both have done an excellent job. We haven't received any yet, but I'd like to remind everybody that you're able to enter those in the questions section if you have any.
Can I take credit for that?
Yes.
Caleb, I have a question for you. What are you most excited? Like, wine shipping is innovating all the time, right? That's something that we, you know, it's really cool to see some of this stuff last week. What's the most exciting thing for you guys going on in fulfillment these days with innovation?
You know, this year I'm going to be the most focused on helping eliminate a lot of the kind of repeat busy manual work that we see happening on the order level. People make commitments or, you know, decide they want to do things to create the best experience possible, but it's not always easy to anticipate how that's going to, you know, hit your staff over hours and hours, peaks. So what we're really working to deliver this year is the capability to automate just some of these frequent manual tasks, whether it's switching UPS Delaware orders to UPS or switching an order from a tasting room to a different fulfillment site. Just trying to eliminate that. I know that people didn't get in the wine industry to sit on a computer and edit orders. So we really want to be in a position where that stuff is streamlined and people get back to what they love to do.
And the back office is pretty important.
All right. Well, anything come in, Emily?
All right. I do have a couple of questions that have come in. Thank you all. The first question we have here is, I'm interested in knowing the difference of sending tracking details from Commerce7 wine shipping integration versus wine shipping red chirp integration. Is there one?
I think there's capabilities everywhere around when it comes to tracking emails, and some that we talked about a little bit, but we didn't get into detail when I met with Wine Shipping last week. But today, when you have an email, when a tracking event comes into Commerce7, Commerce7 can handle that email for you. I also know that Wine Shipping can handle that email for you. And I know that Red Chirp could send text messages around that email for you, right? We haven't, I don't think we landed on where the best place to do that was, Caleb. I'm looking at you to see on my
I
side.
mean, I think it's going to depend on the winery what's best, and
Yeah.
you know, we will want to work with you to, you know, to help you determine that. You know, we've got a team of experts. You know, what we've designed is an event-based system that can be really flexible, whether that final message is sent from Klaviyo or it's sent from Commerce7 or it's sent from Red Chirp. You know, we want to put you in a position where all that information is, you know, at the fingertips of the system. But finally, you know, what's best comes down to that experience you want to create.
I think there's some powerful capabilities there too. Like, so yeah, Commerce7 could send that email for you, and that's great. And Wine Shipping could send that email too for you. But when you look at something like Klaviyo sending that email for you, not only can you do that, you could create a whole event around doing all the follow-up and everything on that. So you got the delivery, you can get those emails from you. Commerce7's transactional email does not go near as deep as what Klaviyo does. We'll get a great looking email for you, but as soon as you do something like that inside Klaviyo, then you could do other things around it, like, you know, a 30-day reminder or a 60-day reminder, or looking at what the items are inside that package and maybe doing different emails around some of that. But yeah, important thing is really to get that tracking information. I know those emails are highly open. Caleb, what was your stats on yours? I think it was like 70 or 90%. It was crazy when I was hearing that the other day.
Yeah, 78% I think on tracking emails.
Yeah.
People wait for those.
People wait those for sure.
Those and
Definitely.
charging your credit card, you know, they're the winners in email open rates.
Thank you too. The next question I have here is, will Commerce7 support multiple inventory locations in the future?
Commerce7 today supports multiple inventory locations, but typically at our fulfillment side, you typically, right in the past, we've only synced with one inventory location at Wine Shipping. I don't know if that's changing in our app. Caleb, I know that your team's done most of the app development around some of that, but you know, that's an area where I know it's a little bit of a pain point, or where we need to go a little bit farther with some of our integrations, but Commerce7 does support multiple inventory locations today. How they sync with fulfillment, it's a different story that we need to dive into, but maybe you want to speak to that, Caleb.
Well, this was a big topic for us in our partnership summit. You know, I think we do have solutions that are going to meet the customer needs. You know, at present, we're summing the available inventory and posting it to one location that matches to the channel. I think a lot of the friction that comes out of that is orders going through different sites, like our Missouri or New York location, and then going on hold. And the rules engine feature that we will be unveiling this year is designed to solve that problem. So I think working together with Andrew here, we have a mechanism that's going to provide the majority of the solution, and we'll keep looking in other ways to improve it.
Thanks, Caleb. I have a comment here that says, agree on the question of multiple inventory locations. Improvements are needed and extremely important. So thank you too.
It's an area that we work on for sure.
Thanks. It looks like, again, we're doing a great job today. We don't have any additional questions or comments at the moment.
Awesome. Well, Andrew, thanks again. Thanks for joining all the way from Brazil. I hope you have a lovely trip. Thanks for making time for us. Really excited about our partnership and our 500 customers, and I know we'll have more soon.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Emily.
Right. Goodbye.